AI on the broad domain of applied natural language processing. We are delighted to have our today's expert, Dr. Dharmendra Singh Rajput sir, who is currently working as associate professor with the esteemed institute VIT, Vellore. He is working with the Department of Software and System Engineering in the institute. He has completed his PhD from MNIT Bhopal with 100 plus research publications and the funded research project. Sir is working in the domain of AI and ML, and I am very much thankful to Dharmendra sir for sparing his valuable time for this TTP session with the broad domain as natural language processing. So I request Dharmendra sir to take over the mic and start delivering the session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for my introduction. Please enable the share link, ma'am.
Yes. Are you getting, sir?
Yeah, now it is.
Right. Okay, sir.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
So before directly coming to the document clustering, first we will discuss about few emerging field in computer science. So these all are like machine learning, AI, deep learning, natural language processing, blockchain technology, and Bitcoin, data science, and then automation, big data analytics, IoT and cloud computing, industry 4.0, or we can say industrial IoT, game theory. So why I am giving this first slide, because these all are the emerging field. If anyone will start to their research, they can opt any one of the field and they can go for their research area.
Yes, sir.
Now,
I will also request you to go through these fields, because as this is a program which is delivered by AICT portal, so we are having all interdisciplinary people. So
yes.
some of them are may not be directly related to NLP. So this input will be very much useful to them.
Yes, ma'am. So now first, if you see here, we are having this picture. So what we will get from this picture, first you see connection. So how we can help to the businesses, how we can help to the improve our business. So connection, what do we understand by connection? So whenever we are talking about the connection, then it is nothing but we can say that the attending network event, or we can say invest time to build your network. So it is not what you know. This is not important what you know. Important is who you know. That is important for the connection. So networking allows you to build the relationship with other people and encourage them to refer the customer to throughout the world. So that is the important for the connection. And whenever we are talking about the businesses, then get to know your customer. That is important. What offers we can provide to the customers, or how we can use the social media to develop our connections. So that is important. Next one is innovation in skills. This is also important, help our businesses. Next thing is, we all are in teaching field, so how we can give our input to improve the business. So we can do the research and we can go for the technical services. At the end, the fourth point is grant. Of course, if we are doing in the proper direction, then definitely all the businesses, all the industry will give you the grant to pursue your research and to provide the good research output. So these things are important for any businesses. Now, how our computer science field will help for to improve the businesses? So the main important point is directly I am not coming to the NLP, or I am not coming to the document clustering. First, we should know about the artificial intelligence. So what is artificial intelligence? So when we are talking about the AI, so you know very well AI is a wide range branch of computer science, and we can say that the future is about human and machine working together. Definitely in future what will happen when we are talking about the suppose what will be the future our like in 2020 2030. So we know very well many changes will come in technology. So how it will be possible? It is possible based on the artificial intelligence, because now in the now you can see in the current situation robots will take the place of human. Why? Because of artificial intelligence. We are more concerned about the sensors. Now you can see n number of sensors are available to collect the data. So here you can see in this picture we are having input in the form of data, in the form of sensor, in the form of images. In that we are applying our artificial intelligence and we are getting the output in the form of some action, some movement or some text. Now you see few work or few research is going on by many good companies, what will happen when we are talking through phone. If we are talking to phone, then we have to say something, then only people can listen. So instead of talking, if in future our brain will talk, our brain will talk via waves. So that is the, we can say, new evaluation in the we can say in our world. So this is artificial intelligence, and many projects, many work is going on, like how we can change the gene. So we can say that gene editing, this work is already means people are working in this area. Or sometime if you see now Amazon, sorry, Swiggy and Zomato people, they are means person is coming to your door and they are delivering your product, they are delivering your food. Instead of that person, if drones will come, then the technology is completely changed. Because of artificial intelligence that will be possible. Next thing is, for example, smart contact lenses. Now what is happening, we are wearing one smart watch. Based on that we are getting our temperature, we are getting our heartbeat, we are getting we can see our blood pressure, many things we can see with that band, sorry, you can watch, smart watch. But what will happen if all the things you will get based on your contact lenses? Because 50% people, they are wearing specs. Most of them now they are shifting from the smart lenses. So based on that smart lenses, they can get each and every information. So what will happen? No need to wear any separate device. One things you are already using. In that, if I will give all the information, if I will put all the sensor, so I will get all this detail without any extra device. So this research is going on. People are talking about the climate change solution. Climate change solution, why we are discussing about the climate change solution? Because now you can see in entire world carbon dioxide is growing like anything. There we can say that how we can reduce their level. So we people are developing some, we can say, machine to reduce that carbon dioxide. Because another ways, another side, we are cutting the plants, so definitely the CO2 level will be increased. So for come out with this climate changes, we are establishing some company, or we can say some machine. So like that artificial intelligence will work. So that's why artificial is very important. And the next thing is types of artificial intelligence. So we are having different types of artificial intelligence, like artificial super intelligence, artificial general intelligence, and artificial narrow intelligence. So what is super intelligence? when your machine will more smarter than human brain. So that is called artificial super intelligence, and it including scientific creativity, general wisdom, and the social skills. So that is important. Artificial super intelligence. What is general intelligence? A machine with the ability to apply the intelligence to any problem. That is general intelligence. And what will be the narrow intelligence? Machine intelligence then equal, or we can say that exceed human intelligence or efficiency at a specific task. So these three types of artificial intelligence are there. Now, if we will talk about the AI. So AI, we can say that it is developed in 1959 by John. Now after that many evaluation come, and now you can see we are having machine learning and deep learning. So what are the subset of artificial intelligence? So we are having two subset of artificial intelligence. If you can see in this picture, we are having machine learning. So machine learning is the subset of AI. And what is deep learning? We can say that it is the subset of machine learning. So deep learning uses neural network to simulate the human like decision making. Sometime we can say that once we are not having the solution of that complex problem, what we can do? Can we solve this complex problem through machine learning algorithm? So you will get the solution, no, we cannot. Then we can shift, we can move from machine learning to deep learning. So based on that deep learning, you can find out the solution of complex type of problems. What will happen in machine learning and deep learning? In machine learning, your training data set, or we can say training time, will be high and testing time will be low. But another side, when you will move to deep learning, your training time will be high and testing time will be low. So in that case, here we are talking about the machine learning and deep learning. Now what is machine learning? So everyone knows about the machine learning. That is, we can say that very vast field now. And when your machine will learn from the experience, there is no interference of any human, then you can say that it is a machine learning. So you can see one person as a human, how you can learn? You can learn from your experience. If you are seeing this third picture, in third picture, any machine is learning from some instruction. Machine will completely follow the instruction. But what will happen instead of experience if we will put data? So that will become the machine learning. When you will learn from your data, then when you will learn from the past result, then machine will give you the 100% output. So that is called machine learning. And we know very well, machine learning is the science of getting computer to learn and act like human, and improve their learning over time in automatic fashion, by feeding them the data and information in the form of observation and real world interaction. So that is called machine learning. So we are having types of artificial intelligence that provide computers with the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. So various techniques can be used uh, for it to make the prediction based on the data. So I have already told you, in this situation, we are having training data. You can apply the machine learning algorithms. You can train your model, and after that you go for the test, go for the testing phase. After that, if you are not getting the proper result, again you can train your machine. So like that, the overall machine structure will work. And if we are talking about the field, so I already told you machine learning is the subfield of artificial intelligence that has empowered various smart applications. So it functions are like deals with the construction and study of the system that can learn from the data, aim to let a computer predict the something or predict unknown things, or we can say event. What happened in 1959? Samuel, he gave one definition, like a field of study that gives computer the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. Just 1 minute before I gave this definition, but now in current situation in 1997, Tom has given another definition. So a machine learning, or we can say a computer program, is said to learn from their experience. It is denoted by E. With respect to some class or task, we can denote by T, and the performance measure, their performance we can measure by P. So what will happen if it's performed at a task T and measured by P, means measured by any performance, and if your experience will improve, then you can say that your machine is performed well. Now, what machine learning can do? Machine learning, you can apply in many applications. Like if you can take input as a picture, then you can say that are means what type of output you will get, are their human face or some another animal face. So this is called photo tagging. Some, if your input is like loan application, so will they repay the loan? Means any customer, suppose if you are finding out that this customer will pay their loan amount or not. So for that, input is a loan application. Response, which type of response will get? Will they repay the loan? So that is application like loan approval. Some audio clips, some English sentences. So these all comes under as an input, and you will get multiple applications are there, like language recognition or speech recognition. So self-driving car. So these all things you can do by the machine learning. Now, if you see here, we are having uh, next example, how we can train our machine. So we are having multiple features. Sometime what we can do, sometime we are giving some over information, so that is called overfitting. Like if any machine will see this is the apple, green apple, and their color is green, type is fruit, shape is round. But if we are giving some another things, that is not an apple, we are giving another we can say object, it is looking like apple, then what will happen? So maybe sometime whatever information you are giving, that will be overfit, or sometime whatever information you are giving, that is underfit. So if you are giving over information, or under means extra information, or if you are giving less information, that will always harmful for a machine. Now, what are the general steps? So for any machine learning, we can say work, you have to go with these steps. You can collect the data. After that, you can clean and you can transform. You can train your model. You can test your model, and then you can go for the model development and integration. Now, we are having different types of machine learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. So what is supervised learning? So when you are having a specific classes, you are having data, you are having a specific class, and according to your data, you are just shifting like duck. You are having one class like duck. So whenever one duck sample will come, you will send in that class. So overall, we can say that supervised means classification, and unsupervised means we can say clustering. Means based on your data, you can create the means you can find out the clusters, how many clusters are required. So types of machine learning problems. So many problems.
I think there is some network issue. Just one instruction I will like to repeat. Kal morning 10 to 11 we are having one session from AICT. Director FDP AICT will be sharing the session. So all of you are requested to join at 9:45 for the same session tomorrow morning. The lecture is on national education policy. So all of us, we are working with AICT affiliated institute. So all the teachers are also requested to go through some points of national education policy, and you can even share your some good points to sir, as like he is the first hand person who will be available with us. Thank you.
Sorry for the interruption. Uh, Now,
It's okay, sir. You can continue.
yeah. So if we are talking about the steps involved when we are working with the machine learning, then we are having some steps like we have to set our research goal, or we can say that it is not working with machine learning. For any process, we have to go with these steps. Like first, you have to set your research goal. So, for example, I want to predict how heavy traffic will be on a given day. So, this goal I have already fixed. Now, next one is based on your research goal, you can make your hypothesis. So, what will be the hypothesis here? I think the weather forecast is an informative signal. Then, when your hypothesis is already set, then you can collect the data. So whatever things you want to identify, for that you can go for the collection of the data. So collect historical traffic data and weather on each day. So data collection is important because based on that only you will get your goal. Now, after collecting the data, you can go for the machine learning algorithm, and based on that you can test your hypothesis. Whatever hypothesis you have created, you can check here. So train a model using this data set and after that you can analyze your result. Is the model better than the existing system, or any improvement is required? So based on that only you can reach a conclusion. And after that, if your model is not working as per your requirement, then you can refine your hypothesis and you can apply the same process. You can repeat the same process. So this is the steps. Now, in that, in machine learning, I will start that unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning also, I am concentrating on document. So what is happening actually? Day by day, you can see our volume of data has increased at exponential rate, because we know very well we are living in the world of full of data. So in recent year, the growth of World Wide Web exceeded all the expectation, or data on the web is rapidly increasing. So there are several billions of documents, images, or we can say other multimedia files are available on internet. So what is important in this situation? The important thing is how to manage and how to extract information from that document data. So what is information extraction? This is important here, because we want to extract information. So the main goal is extract structured information from unstructured text. Because what is happening, if you can see, we are having data in the form of unstructured. For example, when we are talking about the document in our web, we are having image file, we are having a Word file, we are having PDF file, sometime some XML files are also there. So overall, we can say that we are having unstructured file. So our main goal is how to extract information from that unstructured data. So in that case, you can what type of task you can perform, like identify the named entity, identify the relation between the entity, or you can populate any database. For that we are having multiple application. So like that you can understand the natural language, or you can go with question answering, or you can summarize. So these things you can extract from the any we can say that unstructured data. So when we are talking about the document or document collection, so document collection is the grouping of text based document. It can be either static or it can be dynamic. Here, document is a unit of discrete textual data within a collection. So, representing usually some real world documents such as a business report or memorandum or email or any research paper or news story. Now, a document can be a member of different document collection. Yes. So, in that case, this is the meaning of a document. Now, I already told you our document, it may be a unstructured, it may be a weakly structured, or it may be a semi-structured. Now, you can see here in this example, here we are having structured data. Structured data means simply you can give this data to the computer, computer will give you the solution, because data is completely converted into a specific format. Because directly unstructured data you cannot provide to your system and they cannot give you the solution. That's why we are doing research. We are working on like how we can convert our unstructured data into structured format. Unstructured data, like we are having PDF files, we are having some Facebook we can say post, or Twitter post, Twitter text is there. So many things are available in unstructured format, and you know very well data is very important. Everyone wants data, because based on data only they will find out some solution. Now, for that, what we can do, we need some representational model of a document. So here, what is the important when we are going with for the document clustering? So here, the essential task for the most text mining system is the identification of a simplified subset of document feature that can be used to represent a particular document as whole. And here, when we are finding out the feature from the document, then what things are important? We need their characters, we need their words, how many terms are there, and what is the concept behind of this document features. So a representation model is important for a document. Now, one portion is over. Document, we understand what is the document and which type of documents are available in our worldwide. Then what will be the second thing? Clustering. So clustering, everyone knows that is a unsupervised learning. And here what we are doing, we are finding out the object in we can say that in a group with a similar type of data. And suppose if it is not belongs to that group, so it will go to some another we can say group. So two words we will use here. If we are having similar type of data, then we can make as a cluster. If we are having different types of data, we will shift to another cluster. So two components are working here: intra-cluster distance and inter-cluster distance. So when we are talking about the intra-cluster distance, means in this cluster, in this picture, you can see these two documents are having maximum distance, intra-cluster. And when we are talking about the inter-cluster distance, means these two cluster having this much of maximum distance. So based on that, you can do the clustering. We are having multiple clustering techniques. uh, Now, when we are talking about the document clustering, so grouping of text documents into meaningful cluster in an unsupervised manner, that is called document clustering. So for example, you can see here, if we are talking about the government related document, so it is coming in this cluster. If it is science related, then it will come to this cluster. If it is arts related, then it will come to this cluster. Still, clusters structure are not fixed. How we can create the cluster? We can say that the cluster you can make, the picture you can make as a circle or ellipse size. Which type of diagram you will create for the cluster? Still, that is not fixed. Now, the next thing is types of clusters. So we are having two different types of clusterings, like hard clustering and soft clustering. So it is depends on the scenario, which type of clustering you want to perform. What is the hard clustering? Whenever your object will belongs to a one cluster, exactly one cluster, then that is called hard cluster. For example, sometime you can say that you are having different class student in one room. Now you want to segregate that all the student based on their classes. Like, this student is from BTech, this student is from MCA, this student is from BSc, or this student is from MTech. So definitely one student will belongs to exactly one cluster in that situation, because scenario is like that. But what will happen, like, for example, if we are talking about the one cluster I make for the politician and one cluster I make for the Bollywood industry people. So in this situation, one politician, maybe previously he was a actor or actress, so maybe that person will belong in both the clusters. So in that case, what will happen? In that case, we have to do soft clustering. So two things are there: hard clustering and soft clustering. So based on your scenario, you can go for the hard and soft clustering. Because what will happen in this situation, if you will keep your data in one cluster, definitely your accuracy will not be good. So in this situation, you have to go for the soft clustering. So many algorithms, many existing algorithms are hard cluster. They will provide you the hard clusters. So we need a soft clustering algorithms now. So this is a one, we can say, a problem. We open problem. We can start our work to find out the soft clustering technique. Now, what are the research gap are still available? So, whenever we are talking about the clustering and document clustering, so it is we can say that a challenge to look out a useful data from large document. Next one is unstructured from data poses challenges for the document clustering. So whenever we are talking about the data, we know very well data is available in unstructured format. So the major issue is how to convert our unstructured data into structured format, because what will happen if your data uh, 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 means sometime when we are doing for pre-processing, when we are going for the pre-processing phase, so we are avoiding like, okay, we will remove all punctuations, we will remove our stop words, we will remove our stemming words. So when you are removing all these things from your unstructured data and you want to convert into structured format, definitely in that case you are reducing your you can say that accuracy will reduce. Whatever result you will get based on the data, definitely in that much of accuracy will not be there. Suppose what will happen if simply I am giving one complete paragraph, or I will give you one complete research article, and based on that algorithm, based on that technique, if or we can say based on that machine, if it will give you the highlights of that paper, definitely you will get good output. Because what is happening, I am giving 15-page paper to a machine will give what highlights of that paper. Means no need to read your entire article, simply you just go and read out the highlights. So if this already this thing is happening, people are working in this area also. So if we will provide more accuracy in that particular field, then definitely that is a great revolution in that document or we can say clustering. Now the next thing is what will happen if they will find out their emotions also. Means whatever statement are written, suppose if I will write any content now in this particular stage, then machine will identify my emotions. Maybe if I will write any content now, my emotions are different, but after 10 hours or evening time when I will write the same content, definitely some changes will be there, my emotions will be different. So what will happen if you will write any content, and based on your content machine will identify the emotions. So all these things, when it will be possible, when you have a perfect algorithm to convert your all unstructured data into structured format. No need to skip all these stop words, no need to skip stemming, no need to do stemming, no need to go for punctuation. So we need a perfect techniques to convert our data into structured format. Now, next gap is we are having database, and sometime what will happen whenever we are reading our database, then multiple times we are doing scanning. No, that is not good. Simply what we can do, we can do entire thing at a single time. We can scan our data and we can go for our work. So whenever you are doing multiple scanning, definitely input output overhead will be more. So this is another issue. Now next one is whenever you are going for the clustering algorithms. So I already told you this one. Exactly, a few clustering algorithm will give you the solution in the form of hard clusters. But according to scenario, sometime it will be there like one document belong in more than one cluster. For example, MS Dhoni, like if I will read the MS Dhoni movie biography or something. So yeah, MS Dhoni is belongs to one person. It is related to cricket field and it is related to Bollywood also, because in that case, what happened? one picture is already there. So that complete biography is related to one field, like it is related to Bollywood and it is related to cricket also. So in that case, we need soft clustering algorithms. Some overlap clusters also required. So that is also a one gap is there in between this document clustering. Now, existing document clustering algorithms ask you, please provide the number of clusters. Whenever, if you are going for any tool, so sometime they will ask how many cluster you want to create. So you have to provide the value of clusters. For example, kmi. So in that case, actually it is not correct. For example, in my class, 9, 10th, 11th, 12th, 4 class students are there and I want to create 4 cluster as per the my data. But if any unknown person will come and he will write like I need 6 clusters. So how the data will go? Definitely in this case accuracy will reduce. So what should happen here? Here you have to identify the cluster number automatically. So many times it will be difficult to decide in advance how many cluster is required actually. So what will happen, what should happen here? We will not provide the clusters based on the data, means we can say based on the data they should already identify this many clusters you can form, this many clusters you can form. So based on that your accuracy will be 90%. If you will form 10 cluster, your accuracy will be 100%. So like that some algorithms are required. And you know very well uncertainty present in the data, so that is also an important issue. So how we can develop model or algorithm to address this uncertainty. uh, Now if you see the some clustering algorithms, so some algorithms that will work with a small data set. If you will increase the data size, then their scalability issues will come. If you will increase the dimensionality, means multiple dimensions if you will include, or sometime what will happen whenever we are going for the machine learning algorithms, we are selecting the features. We are having one database with 100 tuples, we are having 100 columns of particular data set. But what will happen in that case? We will reduce our columns. Okay, this column is not required, this is not required, this is not required. So like that, out of 100 columns we will work with only 5, 6 or 10 columns. So is it correct? No, it is not correct, because we are reducing their dimensionality. Why we are reducing? Because we are not having that type of algorithm that simply we will provide the data and we will get the result, 100% result. That's why we are compromising with the dimensionality. So that is also a one issue, or we can say one challenge. So the increase in dimension will lead to increase the complexity of the algorithm. And we are having uh, this other another issue, like how we can extract the label of cluster, select appropriate feature of document that should be used for clustering, and how we can appropriate how we can select the appropriate similarity measure between the clusterings. And these all are the application domain, how we can find out the similar document work, how we can organize the large document collection, find out the duplicate content, fraud detection, forensic analysis. These all are the application domain where this document clustering will work. Some applications of machine learning, like speech recognition, effective web search, recommendation system, computer vision, information retrieval, fraud detection. So these all are the applications. Now I will give you few current applications where we can do our work. Like first one is emotion analysis in text. I have already told you this point. If we will start to work to identify the emotions whatever emotions are there at the time when I have written that text. So based on that, we can identify many things. So this is one, we can say, emerging field: supervised learning and unsupervised learning collaboration. How we can collaborate between clustering and classification, training NLP model with reinforcement learning. If you are going for market intelligence monitoring, because that is very very important for the business, customized product recommendation, and many people are working in sentiment analysis for social media, because based on that, we can say Twitter's, or based on the Facebook post, they want to identify what are the sentiments behind of that, we can say, post. And semantic search or cross platform NLP uses. So these all are, we can say, that emerging field. These all are the emerging field, and people can start the work in this particular area. Like I have already told you. So you can start, you can take any one of this application and you can start your work. So that will be helpful for your research. Now if we are going for other applications, these all applications are related to AI and machine learning. In that also I concentrated on document clustering. So next thing is deep learning. Why deep learning is important, and when we can go for the deep learning. So I have already given one small, I think, introduction. Like when you are going for the use amount of data and you are having complex problems, or you want to extract the feature, then you can go for the deep learning. So here what will happen when data size will increase? When data size will increase, definitely sometime machine learning algorithm will not perform well. So we can go for the deep learning, because it will handle the amount of unstructured and structured data. It can be solved, it will provide you the complex problem solution. And where you can apply, so you can apply in medical field, you can apply in robotics, you can apply in self-driving car, or speech recognition, translation. So many applications are there for the deep learning. So at the end, if you find out what is the conclusion, so AI, machine learning, and deep learning. So if we are talking about the AI, so it is the human intelligence and machine learning, an approach to achieve the artificial intelligence. And what is the deep learning? So deep learning, a technique for implement machine learning. So this is the, we can say, overall conclusion. Ma'am said 2:50. Now the time is 2:56. So now here I am
Yes, sir.
closing the
You,
session, because I
yes,
think
sir.
some
You
another
please
expert
conclude
is
the,
also with.
yeah.
Yeah. So overall, what is my conclusion? All these things we are learning to do our research. So I will give you one small, I want to share one small point. One of my professor, he said, whenever you are going for the research, so in that, what is important? Because many people are doing research for, they want one title. In front of my name, a doctor word should come. For that they are doing. Maybe someone is doing for the promotion. But those who are having curiosity, those who want to achieve something, those who want to extract, those who want to find out some new facts, so actually that is the correct research. And what is my suggestion to all of you? Because at the end, what we will do, we all are the academician. We are trying to write whatever things we learn in the form of research articles. So whenever we are going to write any research article, before that itself, reading is important. So before writing, we should start reading, and what we should uh, read, that is important. Because if you are reading, sometime what will happen when we are starting our research, simply we will download some research articles from the Google and we will start to work on that. No, that is not correct. We should know about the correct journal. We should know about the correct papers, because many papers, sometimes you can say that whenever people will start, they will write anything. Yeah, that is the beginning stage. But after some time, if you are doing the same mistake, so that is not at all correct. And we should not go with this wrong direction. So before writing, reading is important. So my suggestion is try to read good articles, try to write good research articles. Thank you, ma'am. From my side, it is over.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Our next resource person is also available. So once again, I'm very much thankful, Dr. Dharmendra sir, for joining this session and sparing his valuable time with us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Once again, good afternoon to everyone who are attending this AICT RGPV joint online 1 week TTP on applied natural processing. I'm very much delighted to welcome our next resource person, Dr. Mukta Paliwal, ma'am. She is working with Persistent Systems India. She has completed her PhD and postdoc from IIT Bombay, and currently he is working as a technical expert in data science domain in AI research lab with Persistent India. Mukta ma'am is AWS certified ML practitioner with 15 plus years of experience in research and development using machine learning to solve the real world problem, and her expertise is in the multiple domains. Her present focus is on utilizing the cutting edge development work in the healthcare, banking and financial domain. I'm delighted to share with all my participants that Dr. Mukta Paliwal is gold medalist for post-graduation in statistics in Indore University. She is the recipient of the prestigious Excellent in Technical Award in Persistent 2019. And in the same year, she got Industry Innovation Award in the International Conference NITIE Mumbai. She is also offering her services in the Board of Studies of many engineering colleges across the India. I heartily welcome Dr. Mukta ma'am and very much thankful to her for sparing her valuable time and resources in this teachers training program. Ma'am, we are having the faculties mainly from engineering colleges, diploma colleges, which are affiliated to Madhya Pradesh State Technical University RGPV and AICT affiliated institutes across the country. I welcome you, ma'am, and I request you to start your proceedings.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. I just had one correction on the slide that you were showing. The picture is not mine. It is one of my colleague.
Yeah, I'm very much sorry.
That's okay. I mean,
because
It's okay, perfectly fine. I just understand when these things happen and you coordinate with so many folks and faculties, these things are bound to happen. But I just
because
thought
of your
there
busy
should not be an
schedule,
eye.
yeah, we could not
Yeah, it's perfectly
select
fine.
your profile. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah. So a very warm welcome to all the participants who has taken time and joined here to uh, a session on NLPs in particular, because generally I see people conduct it for AI ML. I'm so happy to see that here the efforts are taken to deep dive into a particular area, which is going to be the most upcoming thing. So in I would just talk a minute before we actually jump on to the actual topic, and then probably if the streaming is not good enough, I'll stop the video, and then so that without any disturbances we are able to proceed with the rest of the thing.